Hello. Today I will talk about a challenge that students in social sciences face when they are writing their first research proposal. First and probably the foremost challenge to get the proposal accepted is to write the rationale of the study. So I will try to provide you some basic guidelines to write the rationale of the research. In simple words, a rationale of the study means to explain the reason or reasons for the proposed study. Your study may be quantitative, testing or predicting hypotheses, or a qualitative study pursuing research questions. In any case, you are required to provide the reasons for the predictions you make or the questions that you have arrived to be explored. In short, the rationale of the study should inform the gaps in the literature and the way you are going to investigate those gaps in your research. It should also provide an explanation of the specific problem that you are going to investigate and solve or examine or interpret. And the rationale should inform about your professional and scientific approach that can show your theoretical grip and methodological clarity on the topic under study. Hence, what you need to do is to come up with your idea, make it clear, and connect it with the already existing literature. Literature review provides you theoretical and empirical insight of the problem statement that you like to investigate. Remember that literature review for a research proposal in social sciences is more than providing a summary of the relevant literature. You must synthesize your review outside in. I mean, beginning from a journal highlights of the relevant literature and then gradually narrowing it down to your proposed research idea. Here, besides reporting the results or findings of the literature, you should emphasize on the theoretical and conceptual understanding that you have got from the analysis and discussions in the studies you have read. It will help you, first, to gain insight of the existing research based literature. Second, to understand different perspectives to conduct research in the area you are interested. Third, it will also improve your conceptual vocabulary. I mean, often you have something abstract in your mind and you are struggling with giving it a conceptual label to put it in a more scientific, concrete way. Your good literature reading can provide you relevant conceptual labels or existing constructs. And fourth, you are able to find the gaps that you may want to address in your study. Simultaneously, you are supposed to justify your research proposal. That is what we call rationale of the study. You have to answer what are you doing, why are you doing, and then you will also answer how will you do it. This how is actually about your methodological strategies. Well, obviously, to justify why this study is something that should be conducted, you will answer these questions grounded in its previous literature, the context in which you are going to investigate, and that context also includes social, economic, and cultural context. And what will you contribute in this study? Are you going to replicate some already researched idea in a new context? For example, maybe you are going to investigate something in a complex cultural context, or you may be going to investigate something in a new way. For example, different research design. In any case, you have to explain why this is useful. Then maybe you think that you are going to provide a new insight either by modifying the existing knowledge or creating a new knowledge. You must explain it quite clearly and logically. Finally, you will reach to report the significance of the study, providing its need in contemporary world and also its future implications both in research and application. It means that while concluding your rational section, Your reader should be crystal clear about what you are doing, why you are doing, and what you already know about it, both theoretically and empirically, and how you are going to do it, and how do you see the status of your research in present and in future, both in its execution, application, and implication. Well, you can see this self-descriptive illustration and you can see where you are. You can use these points and questions to see if you are really going towards writing a plausible rationale of your proposed study. I will also advise you to read some rationales of the studies, dissertations, or research proposals, and all the questions that I have asked you in this presentation, find their answers there. It will guide you to write something that you can defend pretty well in your research proposal defense. This is just a brief presentation to provide you some basic but important information about writing rationale of the study. I will come up with some other important short videos that will help you to do literature review and other related skills that you may need to write your first thesis. Good luck and thank you for watching. Stay in touch by subscribing my YouTube channel Be Qualitative, and you can also read the video scripts on childhoodreview.com.